Hey there, I'm Surbhi Rawat, your marketing expert. And honestly, I stumbled into AI marketing automation a bit by accident. A couple of years ago, I was drowning in repetitive marketing tasks just like you probably are right now. I kept thinking there must be some way out of this, and that's when I started experimenting with AI tools way before they became trendy. Here's the thing though, it wasn't a smooth sailing at all. I made a ton of mistakes, wasted money on tools that didn't work, and spent countless late nights trying to figure out how to actually make everything work together. Workflows. But somehow, through all of this trial and error, I managed to build an automation system that completely transformed how my team operates. The crazy part? Once I got it working, I started getting pulled into meetings at Fortune 500 companies who wanted to understand what we were doing. Not because I'm some AI genius, but because most people were and still are struggling with the same problems I had solved through sheer persistence and a lot of coffee. So here's why I decided to create this course. When I was in thick of trying to automate everything, I couldn't find anyone teaching the complete end-to-end process. There were bits and pieces everywhere, but no one was showing you how to actually connect all the dots and make it work like in the real world. I don't want you to go through the same headache I did. And I want to give you the shortcuts, show you the actual workflow and how it gets built, and help you avoid the expensive mistakes I made along the way. But before we jump into the all cool automation stuff, let's make sure we are on the same page about marketing fundamentals. Because here is something I learned the hard way. If your basic marketing strategy isn't solid, AI will just help you do the wrong things faster. And trust me, that's not where you want to be. So let's start with the foundation and then build something amazing together. Now, here's something that's been true for decades, since the time marketing has existed. Marketing has always happened through three main channels. And honestly, even though technology kept changing, these three types of media have been the backbone of every single marketing strategy. Since you are here taking this course, you probably already know about owned, and paid media. So I won't bore you with the marketing 101 definitions. Instead, let's jump straight into the first one, owned media. And more importantly, how we can automate the heck out of it. So what exactly is owned media? Think of it as all the marketing real estate that you own, that you completely control. Your website, your blog, your email list, your YouTube channels, your social media profiles, everything. Basically, anything where you don't have to ask permission or pay someone else to reach to your audience. The main activities that fall under owned media is called content creation. Blogs, articles, video scripts, images, all that stuff that takes forever to create, that all comes in owned media. SEO and keyword research, here it is majorly done to make sure that the great content you are creating is gaining visibility as well. Then we have website personalization and user experience, which is basically making sure people actually want to stick around. And then next is email marketing. Is still one of the highest ROI channels, by the way. And your own social media channels, the ones you actually own and not rent out. What I'm basically talking about here is influencer marketing. CRM and customer data analytics, where you'll know how much lead you're actually able to generate. Okay, so these were some own media channels. Now here's a simple way to think about it. If you can update it, remove it, completely change it without asking anyone else for permission, it's owned media. For example, when I was working with an IT company, I would say their owned media channels would be their website, their blog post. We created the videos that went live on YouTube and anything and everything that had complete ownership of ours. The beautiful thing about owned media is that once you automate it properly, it works for you 24/7. But here's the catch. It's also where most people get stuck spending way too much on repetitive tasks, and now AI can handle much better these tasks than we can. All right, let's think about this from a practical standpoint. If you are starting a marketing operations from scratch, or even if you have been doing this for years, you know the drill. You need a website, you need to write blogs, you need SEO, you need personalized content, and email marketing, social media channels, and eventually a CRM to track all these leads. The traditional approach? Well, hire a content writer, hire an SEO specialist, hire a social media manager, hire an email marketing person, and before you know it, you have got a team of 5-6 people just to handle the basics. Oh, and it takes months to get everything running smoothly. Here is what's changed. AI doesn't change what you need to do in marketing. It completely transforms how you execute it. So it is not the what, it is how that AI works onto. What used to take months and multiple people can now be done in days by one person who knows the right tools and workflows. But why automate in the first place? Let me give you some context that might surprise you. A recent study showed that 76% of companies are now using automation to handle repetitive tasks like content scheduling, lead scoring, and campaign optimization. The companies that aren't doing this are basically competing with one hand tied behind their back. When I talk about owned media automation, I'm talking about scaling personalization without the manual effort. Imagine creating content that feels personal to thousands of people without you having to actually write each piece individually. That's the power we are talking about here. I have broken down every single owned media process into specific tasks, and I'm going to show you exactly how to automate each one. No theory, no bluff, just the actual tool and workflows that work in the real world.